All right, guys, we are going to get started. So, thank you so much for hopping on with us tonight. My name is Audra, for those of you who don't know me. And you're going to hear from some incredible women tonight who are going to share what it is they're up to and how they're doing it. So, you're probably all wondering, what are we doing here? What is Babes in Business? So, Babes in Business is an online business mentoring program where women come together to share experiences. We share resources, what works, what doesn't work. We hold hands together, we laugh together, we cry together, but mostly happy tears. But most of all, we're sharing in each other's successes as our own bosses. So, we're witnessing a phenomenon. You'll hear from women all over the globe tonight who are going to share their secrets and success in not only their careers, but in their lives. And as women, we're really learning to empower each other and lift each other up. You know, we really can have it all. We can have health, wealth, and abundance. And having it all doesn't mean having more than the woman next to you. That's, the reason why we invited you here tonight. We want to share in this abundance. We have a business structure that works. So I would love to tell you more about Babes in Business and how you can become a part of it. So it is a business mentoring hub where you'll be given a mentor, sometimes two, as well as a training manual that's going to help guide you through a proven system to help you build your business. So not only will you have all of that, but you'll also have so much fun. You'll gain a ton of personal development, and you'll be doing this all alongside an amazing tribe of women who are really following their dreams and their passions just like you. So we're going to actually hear from a few women now who are currently doing this business, and they're doing it well. And the first one I'm going to flick it over to is Vicki. So Vicki, if you could just tell us why you joined Babes in Business and what you're excited for.
Hi, guys. Okay, so basically my why into doing this is I feel like I can literally be my own boss. From day one, I was my own boss. I'm an advertising major, and I feel like I really get to put a lot of my schoolwork into play here with being my own social media manager and influencer. I love that this is basically a community of like-minded girls who are all into fitness and self-love and mindfulness. And every month there's a new challenge to go through, and I don't only get to walk my clients through them, but I get to participate in them myself and grow myself. The products are amazing. They're full of vitamins and nutrients, whole food product, which you don't get to see anywhere else. I feel like the Health Style Emporium is unlike any other MLM that you'll see out there. For example, Herbalife, Advocare. I've tried all of them, and there's nothing that compares to the Emporium. I feel like I'm never by myself. I always have my teamie by my side whenever I need help. There's just tons and tons of guidance. So I love being a part of it. And yeah, that's pretty much my why, just to be my own boss, to be able to travel someday and quit my day job because I'm very unhappy there. And that's pretty much everything I love about the Emporium. So now I'm going to pass you guys on to Rachel.
Hi, everyone. So I'm Rachel, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit today about why I decided to say yes to this opportunity. So just to share a little bit about my background, my husband and I, we have three girls. They are 6, 8, and 11 years old. And ever since my oldest was born, I've just kind of juggled many hats. So working full time and going to school and being a wife and a mother and still trying to find time for myself. On top of that, I've struggled with my weight, and I've tried diets and exercise DVDs and so many different programs, but I couldn't get anything to stick. Here, I finally graduated and became certified as a family life educator. On top of that, my personal philosophy started to change a little bit. So I was less focused on the weight and more focused on wellness and how can I just implement healthy lifestyle changes for myself and my family. So when I heard about this opportunity, I thought, you know what, this is my time. I got so excited about the Health Style Emporium because it just embodies everything that I believe in personally. Um, and I got excited about just connecting with other women who might be struggling with some of the same things that I have and using my education and my personal experience to just help them to reach their personal wellness and health goals for themselves and their families. So that's why I decided to dive in. And I'm going to go ahead and hand it over now to Laura.
Hey everyone, how are you? Well, my why is I hate my job. I don't get time that I want with my family. It doesn't align with my passion, and my passion is health and wellness. It keeps me away from my family because I'm the manager of a Starbucks. So I have to cover when somebody doesn't want to come to work, or if somebody's sick, or if an emergency happens. It's my job. If coverage can't be found, then I have to work. So just a couple weeks ago, I worked from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. I don't want to do that anymore. I don't know anybody who would, especially when I could sit here from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. working on what I'm passionate about. So about a year ago, I went to school at the Institute for Integrative Nutrition and became a certified health coach. And this has given me the opportunity to get myself out there, and has given me the tools and the support that I've needed to know how to run my own business and to be able to really be able to reach people, the people that I want to help, and for people to find me. So that's why I love Babes in Business and Juice Plus. And I'm going to hand it over to Karina. She's going to talk about the structure of our business and our pay.
Hi, everyone. Can everyone hear me? Perfect. So my name is Karina, and I'll be talking about our business structure and our pay. But first, I want to say thank you, ladies. I know that we're not trained to be public speakers, so I honor you for sharing what you're doing and sharing that to the world. So I want you to start thinking about traditional business. So the ladies that might be on, you might own your own business yourself, or you might work for someone. And I want to go ahead and demonstrate what that looks like. So what I will draw here is traditional business. So at the very top, if everyone can see, is your CEO. And then right under that, we have different levels of leadership. So that could be like an executive director, a vice president, anyone in senior management, store management. And then we also have our team members at the bottom, which could be a cashier, hairdresser, accountant, lawyer. And for my experience, I started off at the bottom at the restaurant that I work at. And what I found is that I was getting paid hourly. So I was getting paid for how much I was worth. They told me when I could go on annual leave. I only had a certain amount of sick days. And there's also a certain amount of time you can leave for maternity leave. So at my restaurant, I was able to get promoted up a few levels. But what I found with that is my stress increased. I had more responsibility. And even getting up here, what I found is the friendships that I created, they weren't the same anymore. A lot of people wanted the position that I wanted. So it felt very competitive. No one was really there for my success and happy for me. So it just felt like a competition, and that even caused me more stress. So yes, I was getting more pay, but what I even found as well is, like I said, I had more responsibility. But when I did leave for vacation or when I did leave for a sick day, when I came back, I had more work. I had to like play catch up. And then once I got to the highest level, I was taking work home with me. So the work that I couldn't do in the office or in the restaurant, I had to do in the morning. I would wake up early, do emails, do phone calls, same thing at night. Instead of spending time with my loved ones, with friends, the things that I wanted to do, my mind was on work. And I didn't want that for my life. And I think we can all agree that there's a lot of room at the bottom, but there's not much at the top. So as you're getting to the top, there's really slim to none chance for you to become a CEO or make that 6+ figure. And I didn't want to work for anyone else's dream. I wanted to work for mine. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what our business structure looks like, which is completely different, and I love it. It's pretty neat. So to start up your business, I'm sure you're wondering, so if you're in Australia, it will be $165, and if you're in the US, it will be $50. So that's really nothing compared to what you're going to be spending on opening your own business. You'll probably be spending hundreds and thousands of dollars for something that you may be successful in, you may make profit, but there's no guarantees and there's no promises. So what I love about this is that everyone starts down here. It doesn't matter whether you're male or female, your age, if you're qualified, if you're training, everyone starts at the bottom here. And every single person gets the opportunity to hit our pinnacle position, which is NMD. And when you hit this, you can actually make between $80,000 to $120,000. So it's pretty cool. So my favorite part is that there's no competition with this structure. So everyone at the top, those NMDs are literally reaching out to their teams because they want you to be successful. So we're only there to encourage you, to help you out, and we're literally holding your hand, which is amazing. I love this. And then with the MMD, actually, we have a lot of teamies that have reached that, and they've reached out between 16 to 18 months, which is incredible. It's really unlikely to hear that for other businesses. And my other favorite part too is that you can do it with 15, 30 minutes of your time. So as I was working in my restaurant, when I had that time, I was, working on this business and able to create that. So it's just really during your stolen moments, which is amazing. Now, I'm sure you're wondering how we get paid. So I'm going to go ahead and show you that too. We get paid in 6 different ways, but I'm actually going to talk about 3 tonight. The first is retail. So with retail, or as you part of the business, you'll actually get your products for wholesale price. So your clients will actually be paying retail and you get the difference. Now with commissions, I'm going to go ahead and show you this model. So we have different milestones to hit. So kind of an incentive for you to hit these milestones is to help as many people as possible. So the more people you help, the more commission that you get each milestone that you get to. And then lastly, you have your bonuses. So they start from $100 to $10,000. And there's different milestones that you can, or different bonuses that you can hit for each milestone. So it's 100, 400, 1,200, 1,500, and it goes up from there, which is pretty awesome. And the fact that this is a business mentoring program, that means that your mentor, once you get the 100 bonus, your mentor gets that too. Same thing with the 400, 1,200. So we're literally invested in you. We're passionate about that. So with that being said, if you're not genuine, kind-hearted, and passionate about helping people, then this might not work for you. So we really want people that are passionate about having other people be successful. So again, just a recap, our pinnacle position is NMD, and you can make between 80 to 120,000 within 16 to 18 months. It's pretty amazing. So thank you for letting me share our business structure and our pay. I would love to pass it along to my dear friend Jessie, who's going to talk about the product that we partner with, which is kind of our backbone. So I'm really excited to hear from her. Thank you.
Hi guys. So I'm Jessie, like the lovely Karina introduced me as. That's my name, and I'm really excited to share this part with you guys because we've heard a little bit about the business, and now I'm going to kind of share about what this really entails, and maybe you're wondering how you can be a part of it, and I think there's an analogy that works really well here. So who here uses Uber? Right? Yeah, so there's plenty of us that use Uber. We all love it, right? Well, there's two ways that you can work with Uber, right? So they have the business opportunity where you can be an Uber driver. And then they also have the opportunity to buy a ride with them, right? To get you from A to B. So Babes in Business, like our business is similar, only we're in the health and wellness industry. So we've heard a little bit about the business opportunity, and I'm going to share the product side of that. So what we've actually created is an online holistic program called the Health Style Emporium. And this is a health and nutrition program that's been designed for women who are wanting to better their health and they're wanting to lose their weight. We want clearer skin and more energy during the day. We want to look better and feel better. We want to just be better in general. We want more self-love and time to care for ourselves. We want to lessen our anxieties and our stress through personal development. We want to set goals and really just work on ourselves to be the best that we can be. So that's how the Emporium was designed for women like that, who do want to better themselves. And I kind of look at it as an online health and wellness retreat. So it's not about like booty challenges or fads or like quick fixes or anything like that. We're not asking anybody to step on scales. It's really about working from the inside out. We're empowering and educating ourselves and our members to make small, sustainable, healthy lifestyle choices. And we've been able to do something really incredible. We've partnered up with a team of women who are experts in their field of health and wellness, and they're from all across the globe. So we have a bunch of different women with experts as nutritionists or PTs. There are yoga instructors and Reiki healers. We have life coaches and wellness coaches, intuitive healers, researchers, exercise scientists, chiropractors. The list really does go on, you name it. Herbalists, all kinds of crazy, wild talents in there. And we've designed this program advocating and sharing the message of holistic health that anyone can have access to from anywhere in the world online. I like to kind of look at it as having private health insurance, but you just don't have to pay, ridiculous amounts of money to get access to it. It's online all the time inside the Emporium. You can actually reach out to these experts and ask them any kind of questions or concerns or ask for advice, whatever it is you're needing. And then the appropriate health professional will answer that question for you inside the Emporium. So it's actually kind of unfortunate, if we look at statistics right now, or news or whatever kind of media you're watching, a lot of our statistics are climbing in the wrong direction. We're having more and more chronic diseases show up. We all know somebody who suffers from cancer or obesity. Raise your hand in here if you know somebody who has, a terminal illness like that. It's really, it's upsetting actually. It's the wrong way. I see a couple hands in there. It's a lot of people, and unfortunately these people are forced to turn to different pharmaceuticals or operations to address these concerns. And they're not getting addressed. They're just getting a big Band-Aid put on them. Now inside the Emporium, we're really passionate about getting rid of that Band-Aid and getting back to the basics and looking at prevention and how, most of these diseases could have been prevented through small, educated, healthy lifestyle choices, which is why I love the Emporium, because we really, focus on that preventative health and not just covering up the consequences of our poor choices, right? So with these with these small educated, these healthy choices that we can make, we're able to prevent these diseases. Now, I could go on and on about the Emporium and the different aspects of it. If you haven't already, I suggest going over to our website or the YouTube, the video that we've made. They're really, really beautiful resources that are inside the Emporium for our members to use. There's all different kinds of meal guides and food trackers and shopping lists. We have yoga and meditation guides and exercise guides. There's life coaching activities and all kinds of different wellness activities. We have webinars once a month that are hosted by some of the experts that we have inside the Emporium. We've recently started teaming up with different charities every month to kind of give back while we, raise awareness for big issues. And so if you haven't been over to the website to check out all that we're up to, I definitely suggest it. So if you have already, you would have seen that we have 5 different packages available for our clients to choose as a ticket into the Emporium. And they each come with a different whole food product that we've partnered up with. And I would love to share it with you guys because it's truly changed my life in very, very numerous ways. It's been a catalyst for me to make so many changes that I've really been working on hard. And, this made it just a much easier process. So, it's changed my life as well as so many others that you'll actually hear from shortly. And it's essentially the backbone to our program. So the product is called Juice Plus. And we have fruits and veggies and berries that are harvested at their peak ripeness. And what we do with them is we take those fruits and vegetables and then we dehydrate them at a low temperature so that the enzymes can remain intact and all the nutrients are still alive and they're available to us. They're airlocked inside of a capsule. They look like this. They're very small and green, or there's also red and purple. There's 3 different kinds. And they're encapsulated so that the nutrients don't oxidize. The nutrients are locked in there for all of us to get. And they're actually available to a lot of different people. Pregnant moms can take them, breastfeeding moms, babies can actually have them. We make this little chew that I'll talk about in a minute. And what we're doing is we're ensuring that all of our members inside the Emporium are flooding their body with the nutrients that we need for our bodies to be able to function optimally. If we're giving our bodies what they need, they'll be able to do what they need to do. And at the moment, there's actually 33 different peer-reviewed medical journals that have been conducted on Juice Plus. It's the most researched nutraceutical of its kind, which is really, really phenomenal. It's actually one thing that I think is really interesting about it is it's 100% bioavailable. Like its bioavailability is 100%. And I'm not a scientist, but I did learn that means that our gut can take in all of it. So a lot of times when we're getting synthetics and different vitamins that come from the supermarket or wherever it is, GNC, those places, they're full of synthetics and, they give us different colored pee and all kinds of stuff. But that's not this. What we like to call it is better than organic because it's tested 4 separate times for over 300 different known contaminants. So that's bacteria, herbicides, pesticides, molds, stuff like that. So like I said, we also make these little gummies, these little chewies, and they're made for our children. So when an adult signs up for Juice Plus to add to their days, Juice Plus is also sponsoring a children's health study where, when an adult signs up, they're able to get it for their children as well. The company is researching changes in immune system and sick days and different concentration levels and behavioral patterns. Because like I said earlier, when these kids, when you begin flooding your body with 30 different fruits and vegetables every day, 30 different whole foods, you can see some really amazing results. So these gummies don't have any sugars or fillers or any kind of preservatives or anything yucky in them. It's just the dehydrated powder blend that I spoke on, and it is blended with tapioca to make it into a little chewy, right? So it's real food. It's not gonna, it's not a mere magic pill or anything. It's not gonna give you any arms and legs, but what it does do is it makes some really awesome cellular and molecular changes to our bodies, and that's really all it is. We also have a shake, like a complete smoothie blend. It's gluten-free and non-GMO, so it's not made with any kind of ugly stuff. It's dairy-free as well, so it's great for vegans. And it's gluten-free as well, so it's wonderful for celiacs. It's really just a great blend of whole foods. If you look on here, there's an ingredient label. There's actually whole foods in here. Pomegranate, spirulina, yucca, mushroom, broccoli, rice bran, all different kinds of good stuff in here. Amaranth and radish. It's very wild. So every day, having both of these guys, all of our members inside the Emporium are having access to 47 different whole foods every day, which is really just unheard of for most people. I know I'm not eating that kind of fruits and vegetables every day. But again, I could talk about this stuff for a very long time, and I'll just kind of let the product speak for itself. And I'm going to let you guys hear from some of the women who are, making these changes, and they're living it up. So we're going to go ahead and hear from them, and I'll pass it over to Jerry, and she's going to share with us.
Good stuff. That was an awesome presentation. Thanks for presenting, Jesse. So I'm Jerry, and I'm just going to share a little about my story. So life before the Health Style Emporium for me was, so I'm finishing my diploma to become a holistic nutritionist. So I've always been fairly health conscious of what I put into my body, and I've always tried to eat as healthy as possible. But sometimes you don't get all your fruits and veggies and berries in a day, and sometimes you're stressed and you're busy and you're running around. So when I came across the Health Style Emporium, I was just like so in love with it. I just was like, this is what I've been looking for. And the fact that it's like covers mind, body, and soul was even more amazing, because you know, you could have a great diet and one aspect just like eating healthy, but it goes way further than that. It goes to like, you know, mind, body, and spirit. You have to cover everything to get the full benefits of health. And for me, what I really love about the program is that every month we have a dedicated health professional who does a webinar on different health issues for different illnesses that people may have. So for example, we've had an anxiety and stress webinar. We've had balancing your hormone webinar. And one of my favorite ones has been the gut health webinar. So I love that we have that each month. You can go out and get that somewhere else and pay like a lot of money to take those, but here inside our program you get it for free, and everyone's sort of on the same page about health and wellness. And so basically I started on the trio, and I just basically love it because after a while, you know, it is 100% bioavailable, and I started to see, and I have seen like longer hair, more healthy glowing skin, and my gut health has gotten way better. And just my skin has gotten cleaner. I used to suffer from acne, and definitely less cravings. I've had less cravings. So just all the different benefits. And I know that I'm getting, you know, when I don't eat as healthy, I'm getting like my 30 servings of fruit, berries, and veggies in a day. So that bridges the gap when I can't like eat so healthy sometimes when I'm like on the go. Definitely love the shakes as well. I have those every day, post or pre-workout, or sometimes when I'm on the go, I'll have a shake and then a little piece of fruit. So just the whole program itself, I love that everyone's on the same page, a big beautiful group of women in our tribe that we all support each other and lift each other up, and we're all just passionate about health and wellness. So that's been my experience with the program and the product. I love it, and I love that it's whole foods, and that it's like better than organic. So that makes me really happy. So that's my story, and I'm gonna actually flick it over off to Roxanne now, who she's gonna share a little bit about her personal story and what the program and the products have done for her. So pass it off to Roxanne.
Hi guys, can you hear me? Can everyone hear me? Yes? Okay. My internet is unstable, so I'm going to do my... So I am a wife and mother, and I have 3 children that are ages 19, 16, and 12, and we have a very busy lifestyle. We have school activities, sports. We're currently renovating our own house. So I just found that it was really hard to sit and to know that I was getting good nutrition into my children. I have teenagers that, you know, obviously opt for fast food and junk food, and that just wasn't cutting it. I was starting to see, you know, acne problems, wanting to sleep all the time, not focused in school, and it was always a job to constantly get them to eat something healthy. So I said yes to the Health Style Emporium to improve my family's health and the future health of my children. The Health Style Emporium offers live educational webinars, fitness and diet, the whole food nutrition, and our 7 days a week support. You know, you never know when you have a question, something happens, and you can just connect with someone else. So I on a few different products to help with their nutrition. I put them on the gummies because I knew teenagers would go for the gummies for veggies, and they love them. And then watch them because he wants to continually eat them. And then I also put on the nutrition bar that we it has quinoa and dark chocolate, or there's some other flavors, but great sustainable nutrition with protein. And for, the afternoon snacks. And then my last favorite product is the Complete Nutrition or Complete Protein Shake. And they are great because you can eat them on the go. I know those are good meals, so breakfast, lunch, even as a snack, it won't hurt them because with that, I have noticed the acne is going away, their energy is better, their focus in school is better, their grades have gone up, and their performance in sports is really good. We have energy, and we just sleep better. Everything just seems to be back around again. We have less allergies, so I feel really good that I have put this program. And I do have one other, my 12-year-old is in a traveling soccer team, and he went on a challenge, one of the challenges we had for just 5 days, and he wanted to completely eat whole food and clean so he could prepare for a tournament. And his performance was better, and it was just amazing to know that he could eat healthy and wanted to eat healthy and craved it. So that is my story, and I will pass it off to Audra.
Awesome. Thank you, everyone, for sharing your stories. Like Karina said, none of us are trained speakers, so that was amazing. And we just want to thank you again for hopping on with us tonight. I would love to share my journey with you and my story. So I was very hesitant in the beginning. I almost said no, and that's due to some misconceptions that I had about this business. So in the beginning, I've been in this business now for 8 months, but before that, I was actually a more than full-time office manager for a very busy insurance agency. And I knew that's not what I wanted to do. I knew that I didn't want to sit behind a desk all day. I knew that I didn't want to work in a building and feel like I was in prison, kind of. And I knew that I needed more than 1 to 2 weeks vacation every year because my husband and I love to travel. So I actually found my passion in health coaching and helping others, and I began to build my own health coaching business. But for anybody who knows, when you build your own business, it is so hard. It can actually take a lot of money up front, and it can also take a lot of time whenever you're not even getting any income yet. So it was definitely a lot of sleepless nights, and I can tell you that I cried to my husband more than once. It was definitely one of the hardest times that I went through, and it was really discouraging because it's something that I knew that I really wanted. I knew I didn't want to be an office manager anymore. But this was my key, this was my ticket, but it wasn't working. I needed more structure and I needed more support. And so I had to circle back to this business, and I said yes. And what I love about it now is that, I can actually create my day. It's flexible. I can create my day the way that I want. I can work wherever I want. I can work from home. I can work from the park. I can work from a coffee shop. I can work whenever I want, and I can work with whoever I want. So previously, whenever I was working with other people, I couldn't choose my coworkers, and now I can choose who I want to work with, people that are like-minded just like me. And so, if you're like me, you may have misconceptions about this business. For me, in the beginning, I thought that I didn't have enough time to do it. And my mentor really showed me that I could do this business in stolen moments. So I could do it 15 minutes in the morning, I could do it 15 minutes on my lunch break, and I could do it 15 minutes after dinner. And in the beginning, that's all that I needed in order to get this business up and running to gain momentum. And down the road, I was eventually able to cut back hours in my office manager position. I also thought that I needed to be an expert. So I really, in the beginning, thought that I needed to know everything that there was in order to get this business started. And my mentor and the training manual that we're given really lays it out so easily so that we can learn everything that we need to know in order to do this business successfully. So that definitely, you know, cut my whole, you know, needing to be an expert right out the door. And I also thought that I needed to sell. So, you know, this business really doesn't work if you're selling. You can't rope in friends. We really care about people that we share this with. And that's what we're doing. We're sharing this with them. And so it's definitely not selling. And the last thing I thought that I needed was I thought I needed to know a lot of people. And so you really don't have to know anyone at all. You know, with the training that we're given, we're actually taught how to use social media as an amazing platform to really grow our business and find people and work with people that we really want to work with. So if, you know, we really encourage you to connect with the person that invited you here tonight. Ask a ton of questions if you need to. This may be foreign to you, this may be scary, but what we find is that, you know, the magic is created when we step outside of our comfort zones. And we want to know what your why is. You know, for me, I really wanted that flexibility. I really wanted to be able to create my own day. And so now I'm able to do that. So again, we hope to, you know, we hope you connect with them. We hope to hear and see you soon. And again, thank you so much for hopping on with us tonight. And so I'm just going to stop recording.